Thanks so much for joining Game Trade Media at Alliance Open House. I'm Gretchen, and I'm here with Dominic from Cubicle 7.
Hello, nice to be here.
Yeah. So, what is set up here?
So this is the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay starter set. It is the perfect introduction to the grim and perilous world of Warhammer Fantasy. What we tried to do here really is just give you the perfect, whether you're new to Warhammer or new to role-playing, it's the perfect introduction. We've got everything in the box that you need to
really
started.
Everything.
Yes.
There's so much laid out here. I feel like we're ready to go.
Absolutely. Actually, they had to tell me to stop halfway through. I was just like, no, that's enough. Stop putting things in. Something that we've been trying to do for ages is get that perfect role-playing starter set, because we know it can be intimidating to get your start. There's the books to read, and there's a lot to get your head around.
Like Warhammer too. It's such a brand that people think of, and they're like, oh man, it's intimidating. No, this, you're ready to go.
Absolutely. For people as well who are long-term Warhammer players, that it's going back to the old world, getting the gang back together, and there's a lot of good times to be revisited as well for people who are more familiar with the older stuff.
So what's some of the things we have out here?
So what we start off with is read this first. So again, there's a lot of stuff. A bit of navigation is good. So this one just tells you what to do, how to use the starter set, and I'll just drop that there. How to use the starter set, and which things to dig into first, and what people are going to be doing, and it directs the players to look at these pre-generated characters here. With one of the things we try to do with starter sets is make sure you can get into the action as quickly as possible. So these pre-generated characters are all set up and ready for you to go. You just choose the one that appeals to you the most and get stuck in. Now, the thing that we've done with these that's a bit different is that we've given them their own little secrets and things that they can have in common with some of the other players. So you can customize your character, and no two versions of any of these need to be the same.
That's amazing. And the artwork on all of these is gorgeous.
Yeah. Excellent. We've got we're really lucky to work with a really skilled team of illustrators, and we've got a few in-house artists, and it's something that's always been really important to Cubicle 7.
So what do we have over here?
These are maps, and there's players bits and GM's bits with some extra secret bits on as well. So this the adventures in the starter set take place in a town called Ubersreich, which people who played the Vermintide video game will be familiar with. And we work really closely with the guys, Fat Shark, make that. So we've been flying through the town of Ubersreich that they'd built up all of the in 3D, and that's been great fun, just on its own.
Oh, yeah.
And those legal eyes may spot some a Fat Shark Easter egg in here as well. So
something to look out for.
Absolutely. Again, with starter sets, our approach to them, we want to make sure that you've got loads of content that you can use after you've played through the initial adventure. So we've got a town guide here for Ubersreich. It's gives you an awful lot of basically a guide to the town and everything that takes place in it. So you'll be able to get so much use out of this. Get so many adventures following the ones in the starter set. So there's a huge amount in there. Yeah. So now the adventure itself, you'll get a good 2 to 3 sessions out of the main adventure that we put in there, which is I'm really pleased with this one. It's got the Warhammer's kind of renowned for its mix of it's grim and perilous, and it's a bit gritty and a bit darker than a lot of fantasy worlds. But there's also a thick vein of dark humor that runs through it as well, and I think we really captured that well in the starter set adventure. You got I won't spoil it, but it's a really
you
good.
You have to read it to get all the dark humor.
Absolutely.
You have to, yes.
Then you've got 10 adventure seeds in here as well. So there you got the adventure running through there, and then as you get through that, then we have these sort of one-page adventure seeds. So that they give you the guts of an adventure. You'd have to flesh it out a little bit, but you got another 10 in there. So we're added onto onto the 2 to 3 sessions you'll get out of the main adventure, and then you got the rest of Ubersreich to explore as well.
So just kind of like with the characters, where you get to choose those secrets and whatnot, and flesh them out a little bit. You get to get the bulk of the adventure, and then flesh it out a little bit to flavor it how you want it.
Definitely, yeah, and to tailor it to your players, and you'll know the things that they react well to, and you can customize it for them.
Oh, what do I have over here?
Loads of handouts and reference sheets. So we've got, starting on the right there, we've got handout is, what's that, going shopping. So you've got some price lists. Everybody likes hitting the shops. Whether you want a sling or a rumster pie. And who doesn't want one of those? I want one now.
I would. That sounds great right now. I think it's right before lunchtime.
Absolutely. Hannah's rumours, lots of rumours you can drop in. So again, it's nice flavourful bits that you can drop in, and they're to do with the adventure, and they're all sort of linked in. So just helps to build that feel of a real world that you're in and exploring. Then we have reference sheets for some of the rulesy bits. So we try to keep things as easy as possible, but obviously there are some rules in role-playing games
going on there.
Absolutely.
Pull it out, I'm like, oh.
I did say it was grim and perilous.
It was. Yep.
We've got reference sheets for the rules, so things that bring the some of the tables and some of the things you might want to refer to for the rules. Makes it a bit easier to find,
especially if you're new to starting up adventures and
definitely
you're a new GM,
or just have a terrible memory like me.
Yeah, that too.
Out inside the box as well, we've got some cool stuff as well. Yeah, so you've got a simple GM screen on the inside. They're just a bit more reference for how the rules work, and then a map of the surrounding areas. Maximum utility from everything. These are gorgeous Q Workshop dice. Q Workshop, huge Warhammer fans as well. So it was like one of those, yes, we must work together on these. So we have the fantastic custom dice included in the box, and then these tokens as well. Just scatter a few there in artful manner. And they can be used to record. So again, some of the rules effects that your character can have. So they give you advantage tracking and things like that.
I feel like I need to roll them now that they're here.
No, that's the best. That's the best roll in Warhammer.
Yeah, so now I know they're good dice. They're not. They've been attested. They've been quality.
All of our dice are thoroughly tested for high or low rolling numbers.
Yes. So, is there anywhere else we could go to get any more information on this whole starter set?
Absolutely. So, your friendly local game store. We anticipate that it will be very widely stocked. It's gone really well, so should be out there near you. Cubicle7games.com is the place. If you're not sure of a stockist near you, we've got a stockist list on there. We do have our web store. If you don't have a store that you can get access to, then we have a web store and we deliver internationally. We've got warehouses in the US and in Europe. And what else? PDFs as well. We do have PDF versions of all of our games at drivethrough.rpg.com. And if you buy the hard copy from us or from a friendly retailer who's in the bits and mortar scheme, then you'll also get a free PDF when you buy the physical copy. So you get the best of both worlds there. And if your friendly local game store isn't part of Bits and Mortar, then get them to sign up. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant program. It's not just us. Loads of role-playing companies are on there, and it just lets retailers give the PDF of the product free when somebody buys it in the store, which is great.
And remind me, did we say when this was coming out?
This is out already. Yeah, you can buy it right now. So go buy it.
Turn off your computer.
Absolutely.
Run to the friendly local game store.
Doing? Yes, we recently released a adventure book as well, which is called Rough Nights and Hard Days, which has 5 adventures written by the Warhammer legend Graham Davis. We've luckily had him come back and join the team for...
Can't escape.
Absolutely. No. It's funny, there's one of the best role-playing game campaigns ever written was The Enemy Within for the first edition of Warhammer. When we got we were talking to Games Workshop about the Warhammer license. It was about 30 years. It was pretty much spot on the anniversary of this thing coming out. So, we need to do something like that. So we're doing a director's cut with Graham's back on board to help us out with that. It's monstrous. It's like five campaign books. Each have a companion. We're doing gorgeous limited edition collector's versions.
That's good. So you'll have to be back then.
I will, absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
Well, thank you so much for coming out. And thank you for showing us everything in this starter set. It is fantastic.
Thank you.
And we will see you at your friendly local game store.